Howdy, howdy, howdy from Chill Squirrel. I'm super excited to introduce you to our Baobab. You've probably seen a video about it before. We're sending it off today, and I just wanted to do a quick look over of all the things that people have been talking about after they've got delivery, which has really brought them benefits to their riding. The first thing is the upright sitting position. So we try to focus on that at Chill Squirrel with our Air Greens brand, but with all the e-bikes, even conversions. We try to put people in the most comfortable sitting position that they can, because with an electric bike you are going to be riding further, longer, harder, and so you want to have maximum comfort, and also you want to have a wide range of levels of assistance to help you. So if you don't want to exert, for example, you may have knee issues or heart or whatever, or maybe you don't, but it's always nice, even if you're unfit, to have as many levels of assistance so you can incrementally increase. So you go in small little levels of power of assistance rather than boom, 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 just 3 levels. Where the top level may be too much and the middle level may be too little, and so on. So yeah, you've got plenty of levels of assistance, 9 levels to play with. Now let's go back to the sitting position. So with what we've done is we put on an adjustable stem, and what that does is, whether your arms are short or long, you can adjust it. You can adjust this adjustable stem, especially for mountain bikes, and you can then sit in an upright sitting position according to your arm length. You can adjust it. You've got a memory foam comfort saddle with a cutout in it. So what happens there is the blood flow in your groin area is stimulated so that it doesn't give you any hassle while you're riding. You don't get any numbness in that area. And then also you don't get numbness in your hands and your fingers, because you are having a protruding grip here on your TPR rubber grip. You have a little protruding spot here that actually sits on your hand sits on it and rests. So that's fantastic just for riding, for long distance. No tingling and numbness in the hands, that's prevented. And then also we'll just go over the battery is great. It's integrated in the frame, because obviously the Baobab is all and the Marilla are all integrated frames. Yeah, you can just pop it out if you want to, and you can charge the battery inside. You go to a coffee shop or wherever you are, or if you're able to just charge it on the bike, whatever suits you. So it's very easy to do that, and it just pops back in again, and comes with some duplicate keys. So you keep one at home, take one with you. Even if you forget it, as I say, you can charge the battery on the bike, so you don't actually need the keys all the time. Then also your air shocks are controlled by remote lockout. So let's say you're going on the road suddenly and you want to then lock out, because you don't want there's not so much bump, and also increases your range when you don't have so much bounce. So you can actually lock it out from your handlebars very, very easily. And if you're going on an off-road and you're going to go to more bumpy roads or off-road on trails and so on, then you put it in. So we actually get your weight before we send your e-bike to your eMTB. We get your weight, and then we pump up the shocks according to your weight. If you're 70 or 80 or 90 kilograms, we pump it up based on your weight, which will be right for you. So just to give you a rundown again, it's a mid-drive eMTB, the Baobab, and the mid-drive motor is a central motor, some people call it, and it's also called a crank motor. It goes in the middle of the bike and offers even weight distribution. So it's fitted on the bike. It's what's great about the mid-drive is, if you're riding in the rain or off-road, or it's a much more durable and a lot more quiet motor. It doesn't have that loud noise that the hub motor has, and it's also a lot torqueier, so it doesn't strain up steep hills and that. You'll find that you'll just cruise up hills, and as I explained earlier, about according to the level of assistance, but you'll have a lot higher torque and a lot less strain on the motor. So with the mid-drive motor, it works with the gears. It's like a manual car. So as you change your gears and as you change your level of assistance, you will feel the different levels of power. So like if you're on the flat, or if you're on a steep hill or on a medium steep hill, you will adjust your gears and your level of assistance according to that. So it's a touchy-feely thing with a mid-drive. It's a lot smarter in my opinion, because it's working with the synergizing with the gears on the bike, so I definitely love the mid drive. But not to say the hub drive doesn't have a place in the e-bike world. It definitely does. If you're commuting and you're on road, or if you have a certain type of bike that lends itself towards that, then definitely that's the way to go. Yeah, so sorry, just a little bit of a glitch there in the okay. So also, just to point out, these are wide platform pedals, so very nice for push down. Guys, you do not need clip-ons for electric bike, because it's pushing you forward already. You've got all of that movement, you've got everything that you need. You don't need to put clip-ons. It's not necessary on an e-bike. I'll just go over little parts for you here. So just to give you an idea, that's a cell phone holder, universal. So you can put any size phone on here if you want to watch your GPS while you're riding and so on. This is the grip that I was talking about, that your hand prevents, very nice and soft, but also prevents any kind of discomfort and numbness in your hands. Then we've got the riser handlebars. You'll see there's a dip there like that. It goes down nicely, and it just gives you the right riding position. And then that's at the cutout that I was talking about to stimulate the blood circulation. And this is a comfort memory saddle. So memory saddle remembers your butt basically, and it remembers the shape of it. So every time you sit on it, it takes the shape of your butt alone. And yeah, so this is the Baobab, named after the very, very strong Baobab African tree, durable, long life. And that's what it's all about, is the Baobab made for comfort and for durability. You'll see the stem that I was talking about earlier. And then if you want to hydrate, this can be removed, no problem, if you don't like it on your handlebars, but you can hydrate then from your handlebars. This is the LCD screen, power button behind here, turned on. And then just to show you the different levels of power, that's the top battery there flashing. Now it's full. You'll see that's your speed when we ride, and then you'll see it goes all the way up to 9, so you can incrementally increase your levels of power, which is a fantastic advantage for riding an eMTB with lots of levels of power. The throttle is great because what it does is, if you're on a steep hill, and if you're on a very steep hill and you want to take off immediately, remember, pedal assist only gets kicked in when you are pedaling. So when you basically start your pedaling, then the motor is engaged, and so it takes about half a revolution before that happens. So you need to remember that if you're on a steep hill, ideally you will be using your throttle just to take off, get that momentum. And I'll tell you something, it makes a big difference, because you don't want to be on a steep hill and then have to wait for the momentum to happen. Sometimes you need it immediately. So I call it the emergency throttle. Cool guys, have a lucky day.